So my whole presentation is called Why Now? So my question is, why is Chicago violence so prevalent now more than ever? I chose this topic, one, because of curiosity. So one day, me and my mom were in the car, and we were talking, and we were like, why is there so much violence going on? And I said, I thought it was because that, like, the projects were torn down, and people just got, like, scattered all over the place. And we were having a discussion about this, and I was just like, really, why is this happening? And I want to be a journalist, so I'm, like, very curious about things. So I really wanted to know why the Chicago violence was going on. The second thing was the media perception of Chicago. So how many of you have seen the movie Chirac? What did you think about it?
I thought it was like unreal because like there was a lot of stuff in there that wasn't. I mean, some of the stuff was kind of true, but like other stuff, it wasn't like it didn't feel right. Because I know I'm from Chicago and I'm from a bad neighborhood, and it just didn't seem like that. I feel like there was a lot of
Right, and that's how I felt about it too. Like the whole movie was a big satire. It was basically making fun of Chicago, and I was like, the violence has gotten so bad to the point that we can make fun of it. And the last thing that was that it seems unreal. I know Memorial Day weekend they said it was like 50 people shot, and that seems like really unreal to me because I'm just like, man, like there were so many people shot over one weekend over what? Question, have any of you ever been a victim to Chicago violence? Personal account. So when I was in 5th grade, me and my brother, we were walking home from school one day, and a group of about like 5 boys approached us, and they wanted my brother's coat. And my brother wouldn't give it to him, so then one boy ran up behind him, and they started choking him, and then all of them, like, started beating him and stuff. And I just stood there, and I just watched the whole thing, and I was just, like, in shock, and I didn't know what to do because that was my first, like, up-close and personal account with violence. Facts and stats. So 246 people have been killed in Chicago so far this year, and 1,424 people have been shot in Chicago so far this year. And this was last week when I got this data, and it's constantly changing and it's constantly increasing. So I did an interview with Camryn Dorough. I saw an article about her, and she lost 24 people so far this year due to Chicago violence. And I really wanted to talk to her, and I talked to her about what she thought about the violence, and she described it as inhumane and disgusting. And she believes that Chicago violence is due to a lack of resources, the environment, and no opportunities. I believe that the Chicago violence is due to the segregated neighborhoods, the lack of gun control, and the low income. So the segregation, there are the white people live in a neighborhood that is 71.5% white people in Chicago, and black people in Chicago live in a neighborhood that is 64% black people. And the Austin neighborhood is a predominantly black neighborhood, and they've had 31 homicides and 140 shootings so far this year. And the Bridgeport neighborhood is a predominantly white neighborhood, and they've had 0 homicides and 3 shootings. And I think because people are staying in neighborhoods with people that are in the same race as them is why that creates so much violence. Lack of gun control. As I said before, there have been 1,424 shootings so far this year. Chicago has very, very weak gun laws. The gun laws are really not good for, they're really not strict about whether you can carry a gun or, like, if you carry the gun, you know, you just go to jail and then you get right back out. And the ineffective movement, I know they have the Put the Guns Down Chicago movement where people are turning in their guns, but that's still not working because people are still getting shot and killed. Low income. The average income for a predominantly white neighborhood is $75,000 and up, and the average income for a black neighborhood is $10,000 to $50,000 a year. My solution is that there needs to be tougher gun laws. There needs to be laws that's in place so that people aren't on the streets buying guns, so that kids that are like 12 and 13 aren't just going up to somebody and buying a gun and shooting somebody because they made them mad on Facebook or something. And the second thing is diversifying the communities. There shouldn't be a community where everybody on one block is black. There should be a community where my neighbor is white, my neighbor is Hispanic, my neighbor is whatever. Like, there should be more diverse communities in Chicago. And lastly, there should be more job opportunities. A lot of people are unemployed in Chicago, and as you've seen before, like, the income for minorities is very low compared to, like, white people in Chicago, because they don't have any job opportunities. They don't have any source of income besides, the government and stuff. So